This is HotSpot News. In a major move that could reshape the future of social media in the United Kingdom, Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced a series of potential new restrictions aimed at protecting children online. The proposals come amid growing concern about the impact of social media on young people's mental health, exposure to harmful content, and addictive platform features. The UK government says the digital world has changed dramatically over the past decade, but regulations have struggled to keep up. Now Starmer is signaling that his administration is prepared to take stronger action and possibly introduce some of the toughest social media rules in Europe. One of the most significant developments is the launch of a public consultation examining whether children under the age of 16 should be banned from using certain social media platforms. This idea has drawn comparisons to Australia, which recently proposed similar restrictions. The UK government says it wants to carefully examine the evidence before making a final decision, but the message is clear. Protecting children is now a top priority. The consultation will explore multiple options. These include setting a strict minimum age requirement for social media accounts, strengthening age verification systems, and imposing tighter controls on features that are believed to be addictive, such as endless scrolling, autoplay videos, and algorithm-driven content feeds designed to maximize screen time. According to government officials, many parents feel overwhelmed by the speed at which online platforms evolve. Starmer has stated that parents should not be left alone to fight tech giants. Instead, platforms themselves must take greater responsibility for ensuring children are safe online. Another key part of the proposed reforms involves artificial intelligence-powered chatbots and automated systems. The government has indicated that online safety laws will be expanded to include AI chat services operating on social platforms. This means AI tools would be required to follow the same strict rules regarding harmful or illegal content as traditional social media companies. The Prime Minister has emphasized that no platform gets a free pass. In other words, whether a company is large or small, based in the UK or overseas, it must comply with British safety standards if it operates in the country. One concern the government is addressing is the ability of minors to bypass age restrictions through the use of virtual private networks or VPNs. Officials are exploring whether further limits could be placed on such workarounds to prevent underage users from accessing restricted content. Starmer's government also wants faster regulatory powers. Under current law, updating digital safety rules can take years due to lengthy legislative processes. The Prime Minister has suggested introducing mechanisms that allow ministers to respond more quickly when new online threats emerge. In his view, technology evolves rapidly, and regulation must evolve just as quickly. Supporters of these proposals argue that social media companies have prioritized profits over safety for too long. They point to research linking excessive social media use with anxiety, depression, sleep disruption, and body image issues among teenagers. They say firm action is overdue. Critics, however, warn that outright bans may be difficult to enforce and could push young people toward less regulated corners of the internet. Some digital rights advocates also raise concerns about privacy if stronger age verification systems require users to upload identification documents. The debate is likely to intensify in the coming months. Tech companies are watching closely, as stricter age limits and feature restrictions could significantly impact their user growth and advertising revenue. Meanwhile, parents' groups and child safety organizations are welcoming the discussion. Many argue that platforms designed to keep users scrolling for hours are not suitable for developing minds. They believe government intervention is necessary to reset the balance between innovation and protection. It's important to note that no final law has been passed yet. The public consultation phase allows experts, parents, educators, and industry leaders to provide input before any legislation is drafted. The government says it wants evidence-based policy, not rushed decisions. This move comes as part of a broader, global trend. Governments across Europe and beyond are reconsidering how social media platforms operate, especially when it comes to children. The UK's online safety framework already imposes certain obligations on tech firms, but Starmer's announcement suggests those rules may soon become even tougher. If a full under-16 ban were introduced, platforms would likely need to implement much more advanced age verification systems. This could include facial age estimation technology, ID verification, or third-party authentication services. Each of these methods raises practical and ethical questions. Would such restrictions truly protect children, or would they simply move online activity into private messaging apps or foreign platforms outside UK jurisdiction? These are some of the complex questions policymakers now face. Starmer has framed the issue not as an attack on technology, but as a necessary modernization of safeguards. He has stated that social media can be a powerful tool for connection and education, but it must operate within clear boundaries. For young users, the outcome of this debate could change how they access digital spaces. For tech companies, it could mean redesigning core features that drive engagement. And for parents, it could bring either reassurance or new challenges, depending on how the rules are implemented. The next few months will be critical. After the consultation concludes, the government will review the feedback and decide whether to proceed with legislation. If approved, the UK could become one of the first major European nations to impose such strict age-based controls. As the conversation continues, one thing is certain: the relationship between governments and social media companies is entering a new phase. The balance between digital freedom and child protection is being redefined in real time. This is not just a political story, it is a generational story about how society chooses to guide young people through a digital world that is constantly evolving. We will continue to follow this developing story closely. You're watching HotSpot News. Stay informed, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next update.